Welcome to Family Tree Magazine's Best Websites podcast. This is the podcast devoted to finding the best websites to help you with your genealogy research. I'm Louise Cooke. In this first episode of our brand new podcast, we are going to be diving into Ancestry.com's card catalog. Ancestry.com is one of the world's leading genealogy websites. And much like a library, it has a card catalog that can make it much easier for you to find records, even if you're not a subscriber. The card catalog helps you determine whether Ancestry has a particular kind of record in the first place, and then it allows you to search just the specific collection likely to include your ancestor. So come along with me. I'm going to talk you through how to use Ancestry.com's card catalog to its full advantage. Now, you don't have to be a subscriber to use the card catalog, so if you don't already have an Ancestry account, you can sign up for a free account. You can even try out a free trial if you like. But once you're logged into your account, you're going to head over to the card catalog. You're going to find that in the menu under Search, and then click Card Catalog. From the card catalog's homepage, you're going to see a list of Ancestry's more than 33,000 record collections, large and small from around the world. You can learn more about each one by hovering your mouse over the collection name. Now, by default, collections are sorted by date added, but you can also sort by date updated, title, or record count. And you can use this list to identify record collections that cover the time and the place that your ancestor lived. Now, if you happen to know the name of a particular record collection that you want to look at, you might want to search by title. I find typically that unless I know exactly the title of the collection, it's actually more effective to search by keyword. But either way, you can use the search box over on the left-hand side of the page to do that. The first box is for title. The second one is for keyword. So if we were looking for records for the U.S. Civil War, we might want to enter the keyword phrase Civil War in the keywords field and then press enter on our keyboard. That's going to run the search and give us our results list. Now, keep in mind that titles of collections are created by people, and the system may have different sensitivities. So if you're not seeing what you expect to see, check and see, are you using the plural form of that keyword or keyword phrase or the singular form? Play with that and just see if it makes any difference for you. Sometimes the most accurate way to find a collection is actually to use the filters. You're going to find the filters column typically over on the left-hand side of the card catalog page. And here you're going to see it first sorted out with filters by collection type. So we'll see birth, marriage and death, court, land, wills and finances, family trees, military, all the different types of record categories that they have there. Underneath that, you'll also find filters by location. It starts by continent, and then you can drill down from there. And finally, down at the bottom, you can also filter by date. So just click on the decade that suits your needs, or even the century, and you can drill down from there. Each filter has individual options, so know that when you're going to click on Canada, you're also then going to drill down to the different provinces, and you can combine filters for even greater effect. Just remember to hit the clear all anytime that you want to start a new search. Otherwise, it's going to carry over the filters that you were using before and perhaps lead you astray. Now, once you get your results list, you are then going to see a list of different collections. All of those titles are hyperlinked. Just click the collection title that you want to visit the card catalog entry page for that collection. Now, on the collection page, you can then run a keyword search of just that collection, which will significantly narrow the number of search results. A good example of this would be the U.S. City Directories collection from 1822 to 1995. That covers a really wide span, and chances are you're looking for a specific time frame in a specific location. So before you start using the main search box on that entry, look over on the right-hand side of that page because you're going to find a Browse This Collection. And this is where you can go in and you could select the state, and you could even, in this case of the city directories, you could select the county. Plus, you can add your year. And the nice thing about this is when you take a look at these filters that they give you for browsing, it's actually going to give you a lot of clues about what's included and what's not included. You can go to the About section down at the bottom of the collection page to read more about the collection itself. But these filters are really going to give you a flag that says, hey, we don't go any earlier than 1865 or 1822 or whatever the year is you're looking for. So it can save you a lot of headache. You won't be looking for something trying to use the main search fields when in fact they don't have that state or they don't have that year. And speaking of that About section, it really is worth the time to scroll down on the collection page and read more about it. They provide some wonderful information. You'll typically see information about generally what the collection is, how to use the collection, what kind of information are you going to find in the records that you're searching. It may turn out that this collection doesn't actually include the kind of information that you're really looking for. And it also will typically have a bibliography or a source citation. So that's going to tell you where they originally got these records. And so that could be a lead to additional digging online to find more or related records. And in fact, in the card catalog, they do direct you to the related records. So over on that right-hand column, we're going to look down a little further and we see related data collections. This again is a great hint for other types of collections that fall within the same general area or time frame that have similar types of information that you're looking for, maybe something that would even add to what it is you were looking for. A lot of times this will make you aware of records that you didn't even know about, and that is terrific because it just opens up new genealogical research avenues. And at the bottom on the right-hand side, you'll also see more help. So if you need help searching, you're just not having much luck using the search fields or finding records, you need some search tips, maybe you need some handwriting help with this particular collection, you're going to find links to that kind of information there at the bottom of the right-hand column. The beauty of being able to select the state, the location, is also that it makes this collection browsable for you. So you can go in without looking for a specific name and maybe just kind of browse through the pages, knowing you're kind of in the right place at the right time and looking for familiar names, looking at the advertisements on the pages, perhaps on the city directories. There's a lot of other information that might not be actually indexed by Ancestry. And the only way to really find it is by spotting it while you're doing the browsing. It's a lot of fun. You can really get lost in browsing these record collections. But the card catalog is really a terrific way to help facilitate that and just expand your opportunities of what you might find in the records there. And if you don't happen to have an Ancestry subscription, being able to look at the card catalog does let you know, again, that these kinds of records exist, also where they came from, and maybe you could head back out to the internet and go track down the original sources. Perhaps these records came from the National Archives or a particular state library. You could go and check out their websites and see if they perhaps have those also available online and maybe even for free. So there's a lot to take advantage of over at Ancestry.com when it comes to the card catalog. Again, you'll find it in the menu under Search and then go to Card Catalog. I hope you've enjoyed our best website for this inaugural episode of Family Tree Magazine's Best Websites podcast. Again, I'm Louise Cooke. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll talk to you next time.